Hello, it's time for another hashtag PBC alphabet challenge. And last week Hilary pulled out P for paper piecing. I'm going to use this stamp from Amala, which is called Love Story. And unfortunately I did actually record the sound while I was doing this, but yeah, it didn't pick it up, so I'm having to voice over. So I've picked some papers from my stash and I'm using the Versifying Claire in Nocturne. I'm going to stamp this bit the stamp out first on a plain piece of paper and then build my pieces onto it. I've used a piece of pearlescent cardstock for a hat and collar. piece of cardstock I'm using for the chap's collar is ridged. Next I'm going to colour in their skin with some Copic markers. The only thing I did do that was off camera was I gave them some boots using some textured paper. You can't see the black lines of the stamp very well on the camera, but it actually does look better when you see it in real life. So this is the textured paper that I used. Again, that's not showing very well, but it's sort of bobbly, if that makes sense. Next thing I'm going to do is colour in some of the other smaller parts with my Stabilo pens. There's a very tiny bit of collar that would be difficult, really difficult to paper piece, so I'm just colouring that in, and then obviously there's a very thin line of the umbrella, which I'm going to do with a silver Stabilo or a grey, and also I'll do her glove in a black. The only other thing that I've done off camera is give her some fishnet tights. So I did add a little bit of brown to her legs just to give them a bit more shadow, because obviously they'd be shadowed by her coat. And I decided to give her some fishnets, so it's probably a little bit chilly because obviously she looks like she's wearing a winter coat, but not to worry. I just thought it looked really good. For the background I'm going to use this piece of brick paper that I've found in my stash, so I don't have to stamp in a background or anything. And I'm going to use the sentiment Better Together, which is actually from the Amala set called Better Together. The only thing is it's slightly too big and the umbrella will hide parts of it. So, horror of horrors, what I decided to do was cut the stamp in half. It doesn't matter, it still goes together as one sentence, but it does mean that I can split it up, which is helpful. So there was just enough space to put the scissors between so it wasn't cutting off any of the detail. Here is the finished card. So all I've done is put the sentiment on, and I've stuck them on some foam pads just to give them a bit of height. I'm actually really pleased with that. thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see the other videos in this hashtag, then just follow the hashtag and it will take you to all the people that are taking part. It is an open collab, so people can pop in and out as they wish. You don't have to take part every week. And until next time, cheerio.